Hey guys, so in today's video I wanted to respond to a comment that I recently got on one of my videos. That video is titled, "Have I Ever Had to Do CPR?" And I definitely feel like this is an important one to respond to because it actually really frustrated me. So let's talk about it. This person said in their comment, "CNAs can't do CPR, stop lying." Actually, yes, they can. I no longer work as a CNA. My CNA certification is still active, but I no longer work as a CNA. I have been working in a rural health clinic as a medical assistant. As of today, it has been like 3 days shy of 6 months that I have been working at this clinic, doing basic nursing, clinic nursing tasks for whichever provider I am assigned to work with. I normally do work with a physician assistant. However, I do tend to get floated around to wherever they need me. But I have a BLS for my medical assistant job, doing the nursing stuff at the hospital. But I also had to have CPR certifications at other facilities. Now, I will tell you that not every facility expects their CNAs to have CPR certifications. That's not a requirement for every facility. I do understand that certain states and certain facilities are different. Certain states and facilities, the people that are doing CPR, they have like a specific code team or they expect their nurses to respond. I will tell you that the situation where I had to do CPR in the nursing home, the reason I chose to do CPR is because I could tell this person needed CPR for one. Two, I was trying to do CPR until someone else showed up, and it was a very traumatic situation. And if I had not done CPR that day, I feel like that patient would not have survived. I will tell you that I am currently in the process of going through ACLS and PALS training as well for the rural health clinic that I currently work at. Now, as a medical assistant, will I be able to push all the medications that are required of ACLS and PALS? No, but I will know exactly what's going on, and I will be able to assist as I am able to within my scope of practice. Now, I will tell you, like I said, I have worked as a CNA in the hospital system, and not in the state of Michigan, this was in the state of Indiana. I was required to have a CPR certification in the hospital. Yes, they had a code team as well, and yes, that code team would respond if someone needed CPR, but you never know how quickly a code team is going to get to the scene. Most of the time on the unit that I worked on, the nurses were very, very quick to respond to any sort of rapid response type situation or any situation where, the patient needed help, like right now. I will tell you that just to say that CNAs can't do CPR, anybody can do CPR, honestly. Anybody is able to go through a CPR training class. If you have been trained, you have the ability to do CPR. In that specific nursing home, we were required to have CPR certifications. I have made sure to keep active my CPR certification. Obviously, I need to have that for my current job. I don't actually have to have ACLS and PALS for my current job, but I am choosing to do so because I feel like it would help with my knowledge base. I want to know what would need to happen if a situation like that were to occur. Now, like I said, will I be able to administer all of the medications that come along with that level of care? No, I would not. But I would know, hey, this is supposed to happen, first we do this, and then this needs to happen, and then after that, this needs to happen, and I would be able to assist to a higher level of capability than someone who hadn't had that training. And I think that before you just go and say something like CPR can't be done by CNAs, I think that one, you're diminishing the role of a CNA, because there have been plenty of times where, I've done in-home care. If I would have had to do CPR as an in-home CNA, like doing home health, who else would have been there to do it? Who else would have been there to help? Because a lot of the times the situations that I was put in as an in-home caregiver or in-home CNA, I was there alone with the patient. So, you never know when something is going to happen. And I really don't like when people diminish the role that a CNA or a medical assistant or any other entry level, quote unquote, entry level healthcare professional has in care. And so, one, I'm not lying. I wish I had like the actual physical paper copy of my certifications as far as like my BLS. I haven't done ACLS yet. I do that in a couple weeks. I have the book so that I can do the pre-course work, because if you didn't know, ACLS requires like a pre-course assessment and things like that you have to pass before you can actually take part in the class. But that's neither here nor there. That's another topic for another video. I just feel like it's kind of sad and ridiculous that you would just assume that just because someone is quote unquote just a CNA, because I hear that all the time too. We are still healthcare professionals. We are still, expected to know a certain skill set. And, most CNAs, if they do have a job that requires them to have a CPR certification, it's going to be at that BLS level, which is basic life support. And with that, you learn about AMBU bags and everything else. So it's a little bit more involved than just a regular CPR class. Some CNAs at different facilities, they will only require them to have CPR. They don't require them to have a BLS with like AED training and things like that. Although I feel like a lot of the regular CPR classes are incorporating AED training, which is good because it's very good to know how to operate one of those machines. So yeah, anyways, I just thought that I would share that because it's a little frustrating when people don't give us the benefit of the doubt as CNAs. And I say us because I do still have an active CNA certification. I am still using my knowledge base in the healthcare field, even though I no longer work as a CNA. That's where the bulk of my healthcare experience has been so far. So yeah, if you are a CNA and you have had to, if your job has that requirement for a CPR certification, do they require just any CPR? Is it BLS? Just curious. And if you've had to do CPR in a healthcare position as a CNA, please let me know, because I know that I'm not the only one that has had to either initiate CPR or step in to help while the nurse goes to get somebody else, or while the nurse is doing something else to help someone. So anyways, please don't judge CNAs. They do a lot more than just wipe butts and feed your grandmas. Soapbox gone, rant over. I will see you guys next time.